and things where you can see it, it makes life a little easier. I'm just going to close this one here. When you look at the two, and I know one was messy and one is clean and ready to go, do you have a preference over the two?
I think where I would like to leave it a bit, more up to her. I don't think it would really at this point matter too much because she's still like sharp enough where I don't think she'd get confused.
Okay.
It would just kind of be her preference. Where she is right now in my aunt's, it's more like one big area. It's like a studio.
Okay.
And she's never said anything about not liking it, but as far as preference goes, I'm not too sure.
Sure. Okay. All right. So I can show you one additional apartment that's
Okay.
a large studio. It's more or less set up like this, but it's a little different.
Okay.
So that also happens to be on this floor.
Okay. How many apartments do you say there are?
Well, there's 84 in total.
Okay. That's including like memory care and assist? Okay.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm going to take you on the corner this way. This is a large studio.
Holy cow. Okay, yeah, this is big. This is really big.
Yeah, they all vary. As I say, every single one is just slightly different.
Okay. Wow.
And I know we're hearing a lot of construction noise.
No, that's, yeah, I got it.
But if I close these windows, and actually
No, that's,
close, it really isn't too loud.
no, it's not bad at
This
all.
one's not latched either.
Yeah, see, I don't even think she would ever need anything this big, but I mean, who knows, if we, end up being able to cover it and stuff, and it's what she wants, ideally, just want to give her what she wants.
Sure. Well, this one's not quite ready. We've just had somebody stay with us a couple weeks.
Great.
My family went back home.
All right. So the third floor, this is all assisted. Fourth floor is going to be memory?
Memory care,
Got
right. So we can walk through and look at. Oh, Lucille, you're right in style, rolling your jeans. That's what all the kids are doing now.
Well, I'm still a kid.
I know. Just so you know, that's what they're doing.
That's right.
I'm going to take you up this other elevator.
Sure.
This is more or less a service elevator.
Okay.
I don't want to hold Lucille up.
All right. No problem. Now there's someone here like round the clock pretty
There's
much.
someone around the clock. So you may have noticed in the suites there are pull cords on the walls.
Yep.
Those are wireless boxes. We can move them anywhere that one chooses. In addition to that, we also have what we would call a pendant system. So they can wear a pendant around their neck,
Right.
push the button, and that'll identify to the caregivers who it is that's paging and where they
It's like
are.
LifeLock pretty much. Yeah.
A little bit. Yeah, a little bit.
Okay. That's great. Yeah, this place is just enormous compared to where I've been.
Yeah, where have
Really.
you been?
The one that I really liked, I think it was called Oakmont or something.
Oh, sure, yeah.
That one was the only one that we really would consider prior to
Okay.
here.
Sure.
But I mean, this one I think kind of still blows that one out.
I can tell you this, there's a lot of thought put into Sassy's our cat down here. Hey, Sassy cat! And she's like, no, I'm doing my thing for me. Sassy, Sassy. Yeah. So that's our cat.
Okay.
She lives here in the Reminiscence neighborhood. This is where she spends her days. That is her favorite chair.
Ah, okay.
Sassy's chair.
Kitty.
But you can see the layout and design is still
Yeah.
the same. Kind of a one area, leading hallway right to the center. Now, where the assisted living has this bed and breakfast type feel, and we say the Reminiscence neighborhood here is more like a family ranch
Right.
house with lots of bedrooms. So all the doors being the bedrooms. Apartments, again, can range to be similar to what you have in the assisted living.
Yeah, I
The
see.
office here in the center, there's half doors, so residents aren't closed out of areas. And this is going to be hard to photograph because of residents are all around. Kitchen, and it's actually just like a kitchen. So when you come over here,
I'll just do a view that way, that's it.
You can see cupboard door is open. Someone may have actually only gotten a bath
Yeah. Very
It
nice.
functions just like a kitchen at home. So a little water running, someone may turn the water on, and that's okay too.
Yep.
You know, it's just a matter of. That needs some attention. Oh, there we go. We'll work on it. Again, windows all around, so we're getting a lot of light, a lot of air. In the warm summer months, we have our outdoor balcony. Hi, Jill. How are you today? Good. Good to see you. This is an outdoor balcony, so all the furniture is pushed aside. I think they were doing
Yeah.
because of the roofing.
Yeah, I get it. I understand.
You can see little pieces of roofing out there
Sure.
that haven't cleaned up yet, but a primary activity table. This neighborhood has a lot of built-in features, again, to help people with that memory loss. So you'll see like these green doors kind of stand out. Those are our bathrooms. In this neighborhood, bathrooms have green walls. I can show you, I have a studio apartment available here.
Are there any like restrictions as far as decorating rooms go? Like any kind of things that can hang on walls? You don't want to put holes in them?
No, go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead. It's quite all right. This is what I want to show you. Continue with this room looks like here. This is similar to the room that we walked in. I said you couldn't film. So you're welcome to film in this one if you like.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's really nice.
Now, here in the Reminiscence neighborhood, the windows are secure.
Right.
And the other floors not. They can open them and they pull in for cleaning, things like that. Here, we don't do that up here.
Right.
It's a little different. Give you an idea of the bathroom when it does not have anything in it. But as I say, the walls are green. Again, visual aids help things like white toilet paper pop out against the wall, the white graphite. So they're visual cues, visual reminders.
Great. Yeah, I love it. What is this guy here?
That's the furnace.
Oh, okay.
So it's individually controlled heating and air conditioning.
Really?
in each
Okay.
apartment. So
Yeah, that's
and
good
if
to know.
someone has a challenge with managing that, we can put a little box over it and keep it more moderately
Great.
temperate.
Love it.
Cable and phone jacks are all installed in all of the apartments already. We can manage cable on their behalf. Many of our residents have challenges with managing the television.
Yeah.
It's on the wrong channel, something happens to the cable. Someone unplugs something incorrectly or plugs something back in incorrectly. So we can manage that on their behalf, and it usually removes a lot of headaches for the family. I would say for folks with dealing with that earlier dementia, it's just knowing someone's here to say, "Yep, I'll help you find your purse. Yes, I'll help you find the remote."
Yeah.
Those little things. Those little things. It's kind of quiet up here today. Not usually this quiet. The holiday weeks, we get. It's amazing how it kind of boils up into these fantastic days. And this morning there were so many visitors. I was in absolute disbelief with how many visitors there were. Okay, I'll have to ask you to turn off the crew here, and then area off to the side here. And you can see there's another little room if someone wanted to take a little moment and want to have a private little area. But the windows are there so you can kind of see what's going on still.
Yeah.
So a lot of our... Hi, Tina.
That was the root word. Comfort was in all three words. Right.
You can see she's working one-on-one with someone. And they're just working the memory, cognitive games.
Just kind of exercise.
Yeah, that's right.
So maybe you know this. I don't know this.
I might...
Where in Rome does the Pope burn?
So it is a secured door, so when you gotta leave for the day, we're gonna, again, call the elevator to escort out.
Outside, this has been my favorite. It's been really nice.
It's a good place. It's a good place. It's not perfect. I mean, anyone who wants to say, they're perfect, I say run fast in the opposite direction because I think they got you fooled. We're dealing with human life, and and human needs. And what we know is that we're striving to make every day the best it can possibly be. And that we can't stop. We can't stop discovering new techniques, new theories, new ideas, and trying them out. Sunrise is a very large company, so one of the neat things is that with having over 300 properties, they can roll out concepts and test them in certain areas, or a home that they think really would have a benefit or a need, and what are the results, and is this something that should be utilized throughout the entire company? So it's a really neat.
So there's 300 facilities?
About 300 communities, yeah. Come on in here, Steve. I'll be right back. I'm going to grab you a packet of information.
Thank you. All right, so I tried to get as much video as I could. Very spacious. What I really like about this one was the memory care. There's still a nice level of independence, or at least it seems like that. The rooms are big, adequate staffing, a lot of stuff going on for them to get, going on when they're bored. This has been hands down my favorite one thus far. Outside looks beautiful. Inside really well kept, very neat. I like the sit-down restaurant style eating. A lot more, it seems a lot more independent that way too. Of all of them, I think Mom will definitely like this one the best out of all of them so far. The fact that there's multiple floors definitely gave it looking like there was a lot more space. Oh, excuse me, I'm sorry.
We got a little packet of information here.
Okay.
I'm going to stick my business card in there for you. My name is Carrie. In my absence, Tony's my assistant, and he's here. So usually you can catch one or the other of us. There is a rare occasion that we might not both be here, but
okay.
It's pretty rare. Just a little general information about Sunrise. If you look on the website, you probably read through anything that you could possibly read in here.
Oh, okay.
It's all the same there. And then I have for you two little inserts. One is on our memory care, the Reminiscence neighborhood, and the other on assisted living. So here it's explaining a little bit about what is special or unique to that neighborhood. So we have special programming that takes place in the Reminiscence neighborhood. We utilize the validation method. It's a pretty unique thing. There's lots of different theories and methods out there on how to help one manage any distress that's happening or occurring with memory loss.
Okay.
So for Sunrise, it's about validating someone, letting them know that you're hearing what they're saying, that you're listening to what they're saying, and that you feel for them. Showing empathy.
Yeah.
Where our residents and other communities, things like that, they might be doing things like a redirective. Like, oh, you're looking for your daughter. Okay, oh, look, it's snowing out the window. Look over here.
Yeah.
Trying to redirect or guide those thoughts.
Sure.
Where we're going to say, you're looking for your daughter. You're looking for your son. What is your son's name?
Yeah.
Where did you last see your son? What can you tell me your son likes to do? Where do you think your son might be? Where we're validating that she has this need to look for something, not saying, oh, that's not important.
No, I love it. That's great.
So the validation method is something that's really unique to Sunrise. The assisted living, again, it's talking more about that customizable service, keeping your own schedule to the best of our ability. The Reminiscence neighborhood is excellent at doing that. I would say it's the biggest oxymoron out there because it is an environment that has such immense amount of structure, but the flexibility built into that structure allows for a resident to express freely what they want, when they want, how they want. So, as an example, in the Reminiscence neighborhood, meal service does have a time. However, we want you to wake when you're ready to rise. Rise when you're ready to wake. We're not going to wake you up just because it's 7 a.m.
Sure.
Now, we have people who in their lives have always woken at 7 a.m. Their day is better if you wake them up at 7 a.m. We can structure that in.
Sure.
But for most of our residents, if they were up till 3 a.m., don't wake them.
Yeah.
Do they need to have breakfast at 7 a.m.? No, they don't. Can they have it at 9? Can they have it at 10? Sure.
Great.
We can do that. Now, if they're not hungry for lunch at noon, guess what? We can wrap lunch up and they can have that a little later. Or they can skip lunch and go right to dinner and then
wow. Yeah, very flexible.
Have lunch at 3 a.m. So there's all kinds of options. In the Reminiscence neighborhood, there are people, I would say, within reach, visible to the residents, and the residents are visible to them. In the assisted living, there's more of that coming and going. The assisted living is technically designed for someone who knows their needs, knows how to make their needs known. So they can call for help or assistance whenever they need it. The Reminiscence neighborhood, we are not waiting for them to indicate that. We may have to indicate, or they might be indicating that through a behavior, through some type of expression that is nonverbal. We can pick up on that, especially once we get to know them. On the flip side here are the pricing guides. So what you need to know about pricing right now is that we are offering some discounts on the room rates. Excuse my arm on your video there. So the pricing that you're seeing on the room rates is not accurate. However, what you're seeing for care, support, and assistance is. I would speculate, especially in the Reminiscence neighborhood, that your mother would be right on the base services, utilizing the programming services, things along that nature. When the time comes, if she was in assisted living to transition to the Reminiscence neighborhood, sometimes we find that pricing will balance because you're looking at different room styles and such. For the assisted living, she could be on assisted living select services or assisted living plus services depending on her specific needs. So to determine those needs, we do an assessment prior to someone arriving here. So we have an opportunity for the nurse and a care coordinator to really sit down and talk to Candace, look at what is she doing, what do we need to do for her, how can we improve her day, how do we make her day more stable for her. So those are things that we are looking at. Medication management here, there are 3 different levels of medication assistance. Right now, from what you've shared, knowing that she's an insulin-dependent diabetic makes me think she's probably going to be on the higher tier.
Yeah, probably.
She's probably also taking some pain medications, probably more around the clock as well. So basically, being on the highest tier means it can't be any higher.
Right.
So we're looking at worst-case scenario there for cost. So we're going to combine these 3 areas to give us a daily rate.
Got it. Okay.
Do you have a time frame in mind that you guys are looking for a change?
I mean, in a perfect world, we would probably, love to have something figured out by like the end of January. But we understand that certain things come up. I'm gonna I don't mind telling you. I just have one more place to look at, but going by what I've already seen, if this was the last place I was gonna see, I would definitely say let's push for this. I really like it. But I did promise everybody I'd see one more place, and we're pretty much going to take the top 3 and like balance them out. I can already say that the last one I was at, it's not no longer in the running. It would be you guys and one other, and I'm just going to discuss it with my brother.
Yeah, where else?
But I really like this because it's so close to my work and everything. Yeah. That one is going. What is the name of it? I was supposed to go and see it today after this.
Okay.
I'd have to look. It's another. When I think I'm going to go with this. It's so close to work and everything. It would be easy for me to drop on by. I'm on call. I could be right here, so it would make things a lot easier.
Is it here in Rochester then? Or?
It's down toward, I think, towards Sterling Heights area and everything. I really like it up here. I really do.
I'm partial myself, to be honest with you. Sometimes the reason I ask is I always want to make sure you're looking at similar things. Right. Every now and then someone will say, oh, well, we're looking at this, this, and this. And I'm like, oh, gal, did you know the one was independent living? Because a lot of times they don't share that.
We found that out the hard way, yeah.
As I say, it's important to know if it's a licensed community.
Right.
So that right off the bat changes how services are provided.
Yeah, and this is licensed and all that stuff. Yeah,
assisted living, perfect. That's how, especially being with the insurance, it's going to probably be pretty important.
Yeah, oh yeah, absolutely.
All right. So if we were looking at rooms today, let's kind of focus on that studio. We saw a medium studio in both the assisted living and the memory care. And we saw a Denver. So looking at this suite specifically, let me give you some pricing of this discounted rates here. Oh, goodness. We were in 305. 98 today, and 2. So the Denvers can range from $98 a day for certain ones, and there's some others that are a little larger. They can range upwards of $113 a day, just to kind of give you an idea. The studios right now are ranging from $97 a day upwards to $120.
Okay.
So looking at that big one that we were in, just to give you an idea, that one is priced really nicely. It's not on this guy. But that just kind of gives you that, again, that range. It just depends on which specific apartment we're looking at. So if we were looking, and I'm going to kind of focus on assisted living.
Yeah.
I think that's really what you're looking at to start.
Yeah, ideally, you know.
If we were looking at the studio versus the Denver, I've got the Denver for $98, and that would be $305. The studio would be $303. That's fine. I'm sure it's not on here, but I can figure that one out. $105 a day. So, in all honesty, there'd be no reason to take that smaller apartment. The larger one happens to be at lower cost at the moment.
Wow.
So just that's how it works sometimes. I'm going to use the plus services just because I think that's pretty realistic, especially with her first moving in. Looking at probably $176 a day for the smaller room, believe it or not. So strange. That's why I look, though. $169 a day for the alternate. Do you happen to know what her per diem is on her?
What, I mean, it's going to cover daily? Yeah, I think it was right in the neighborhood of about $170 a day.
Okay. So
and of course, if it goes a little bit over, I mean, we've got a nice nest egg also, you know what I mean?
As I say, and her Social Security is probably at least $1,000.
Yeah, I mean we're doing good.
Some wiggle room.
We got a lot of playroom, I mean.
So the $169 on a 30-day month would be $50.70.
Okay.
The $176 on a 30-day month would be $52.80.
Okay.
Just to give you an idea.
Perfect.
Cable services would be an additional $35 a month. One-time move-in fee of up to $2,000. I can work with you on that.
Okay. Wow. Great. It sounds great. So, really happy with that.
Good, good. Well, that's pretty much the gist of what you're seeing here. Is there anything activity-wise? I mean, I know you mentioned your mom would enjoy television, anything like that you'd like to know more about?
Well, you know what I mean? Like, as far as activities go, she's really not too much. And if she wants to get out, you know, I mean, I can take her out and stuff like that.
There's things for her to do here. So it just may not be, it might be just learning who she enjoys spending time with and seeing what they're participating in as well.
Could we just throw like a ballpark figure out? Now, let's just say that we did memory care. Are we looking at like in the neighborhood of another $1,000, $2,000 a month, or are we looking at just? I know we don't have to be exact.
No, let me show you that one. So if we looked at, say, an apartment at the $98 there, you're looking at $43 changing to $56 and $28. So it's really $182 versus $169.
Okay, so it's almost,
on a 30
it's
days
really
month,
not that big of a difference.
$54.60.
Very good.
So I always say it's about a 5% increase from
really
assisted living to memory care. Sometimes what you're doing, though, is you're not, I always say it's not quite apples to apples, because what you're doing is you're going to downsize, typically. Not always, but typically. So by downsizing, sometimes the cost is a little different structure, but when the time comes that she's ready to move to memory care, A smaller space will probably benefit.
Yeah, I agree. Absolutely. This has been great. Very happy. Can't wait to send this stuff out.
Good.
And you'll be hearing from me, I'm sure.
Excellent. Well, we like to
Stay in
follow
touch.
up.
Yeah.
I think I've got, I don't know, do I have your email address? Let me check
I can give you mine and mine.
All right.
It's STEPHEN.
They wrote it down wrong.
Oh, it's okay. Sylvester, SYLVESTER 2006 at Yahoo.
Great. Excellent. We do like to give a follow-up call.
Yeah,
so you
that's
might
fine.
hear from Tony tomorrow. Say, Gal, Susan, did you have any additional questions? Anything we didn't talk about today? So if you do, feel free to call me back
Yeah,
or write it
definitely
down. Just in case you want to check out the website again, sunriserochester.com is the best way to get right to our webpage.
Perfect.
There's videos for virtual tours, things like that on there as well.
Awesome.
Although they've upgraded some of the living spaces since that was taken.
Okay. Well, I got this, so I mean, I'll give them a good idea. This has been great. Thank you.